Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to show you how you can update several records in a Power Apps collection. So you can see I have employee dropdown. I can select multiple employees. I selected 7. I can select the location to move these employees. Let's say I want to move them to San Antonio. I press the update collection. It moves those employees to that same location in San Antonio. So let's create a brand new Power Apps. Just give it a second. Create a brand new app. Blank app, Canvas app. Hit create. Let's call it bulk collection. Whoops. I need to change my screen. So we're in a blank Canvas app. Let's change the background to purple. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is create the drop downs. So I'm going to go to Insert, Drop Down. Let's add a label. We'll call this Select the Employees. All right, so let me show you what my data source looks like. So I have a data source in SharePoint called ABC Company that contains the employee number, name, location, supervisor, and position. And I have another SharePoint list that's called location that lists the cities. All right. So we go back to Power Apps. Okay, so I'm going to take this drop down. I'm going to go to my data source. Look, select SharePoint. It's SharePoint Site. And oh, actually, this is going to be, let's, let's make this location. We change the label. Select location. All right. Select the drop down. Oh, I have the wrong location. It's called TVL location. Oh, let me go down. Here, location. All right. So now I have the location. Let's verify it. These are our locations. Notice they're in alphabetical order because in the items property of this dropdown, we set it to look at or sort by city. All right. Now we need a combo box. This is going to be for the employee names. So I'm going to go to that ABC company SharePoint list. Will let me. Right here, ABC company, hit connect. Now the trick here on this drop down is we want to select more than one employee. So we need to come over here, make sure that this auto multiple select is turned on, and we don't want to allow searching. So just turn that off. Add a label to this. It's going to be called select the employees. The data source. We need to look at the employees. So we go back to my SharePoint list. To look at the employee name. Uh-oh. Let me see something here. There we go. We have our employee names. Just move this down some. All right, so in the items property of this combo box, it's looking at the data source. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to rename our controls. Okay, I'm going to call this combo box. It's already called employees combo box. This is called location dropdown. All right, so make sure you rename your controls. All right, so the next thing we need to do is create a collection. So I'm going to insert a button. Just call it create a collection. And this collection, select it, go to on select property. It's going to be looking at the ABC company SharePoint list. So this is the name of the collection. It's called COL employees to update. And this is the data source for that collection. I hit play, press the button. It will create the collection. We can go to the variables button, go to collections. You can see that it created our collection. If we want to view it, we can view table by right clicking it. Here's our items in our collection, which is from our data source. All right. So now let's create a gallery based on our collection. I'm going to insert blank vertical gallery. Let's move it over here. It's going to be based on our collection that we created. Now, since it's blank, we need to add the controls to our gallery. So go to Insert, Text Input, select the first object, and type in this item dot employee name. Right? So now we have our employee names in our collection. I'm going to select that object, copy, paste it. Put this over here. All right, so this is going to be, select this. This is going to be our location. This item dot location. So now we have our employees and our location. We create our labels for those. So just say employee. This will say location. Questions so far? All right. So now let me move this up a little so you can see all the data. Got our employees and our location. So now what we want to do, we want to be able to select employees from our list and move them to the same location. So I'm going to create another button. I'm going to call it update collection. All right, so I'll show you how this works. Um, the first thing we need to do is we need to clear our existing collection. All right. So that button that I just created, we're going to clear our collection. Okay. So it clears it. You can see that we have no data in our collection now. All right, it's all clear. Now, the second step, once we clear our collection, is we need to create our collection again using the items that are in our employees combo box. Okay, so back to that. So we clear our collection, and then we're going to reestablish it basically. So we need to select all the items in here. Make sure we have 8 records in our collection. So I'm press update collection, and now we have our collection again. See how that works? Okay, so now we have our collection. The next step we need to do is we need to update our collection. This is how we update it. So when I select an item in the location dropdown, let's say Atlanta, and I select people in that employees list, it's going to move those people to that location. All right, so I just need to add the if here. Again, first part, we're just clearing the collection. Second part, we are telling it where the collection is going to be getting the data. Third part is where we are updating the collection. Make sure this is got our names in here. Yep, location drop down. So let's test it. So I selected all the items, all the employees, and I want to move them to Virginia Beach. I press update collection. It moves all those employees to Virginia Beach. Now I don't have to select all of them. I can just select, let's say I want to select 4 items. I want to move those 4 to Charleston. Press update collection. It moves those 4 employees to Charleston. Are there any questions? Oh, that's how you create a bulk collection and update the items in Power Apps. Thanks for watching.